So I've been recently having some discussions with students, and these are students in my city, Jabalpur, and also some small cities like Katni, Satna. And these students wish to leave their small cities and are inspired to do BCom in international business, BA in psychology, or BCom in economics honors, BSc in a particular pure science like microbiology or biotechnology. Very inspired to leave the city. End goal not yet pretty clear. Also BBA in like all the branches that are available. So I asked them, why do you wish to pursue a degree in bachelor's by leaving your city? And they usually give the example that they will get to learn something, and that's a pretty right thing. We learn through the exposure that we receive from the environment. There are colleges outside the small cities that we live in where they would receive a significant exposure of the faculty or the new people that they would receive. And as you've seen that the environment can be both positive or negative, and the exposure would give them experiences, good or bad, and there could be a trauma or there could be an experience which is very good. So my consideration usually is that, are you getting a college in your bachelor's which is a program which would give you a job which would be really a good one? And if so, would you also consider doing a master's immediately after it, even if you get a job? Now they just want to leave the city because FOMO, fear of missing out, they might be lacking, our city is not good enough. Yes, your city is not good enough, and it really is also not that bad, because even those cities are not really good. Whatever city that you consider, there would be colleges, 5 or 10, which would be really good. You might get into them, you might not get into them. I am right now, with respect to this video, talking to 20% of the people. People are motivated by the external environment. They see people studying, so they study. They get assignments, so they do assignments. They are out of their city and they are being pushed, so they feel challenged to come out of their comfort zones. I'm not talking to these people who need external assistance or motivation from the outside world. I talk for a specific audience which is like me, and that's 20% of you. Those who are inherently motivated, already have a specific goal, are pretty clear that after BBA they want to do MBA, or after BSc they want to do MSc, after BA they want to do MA. Their end goal is certainly clear. And when I talk to these people, I'm like, see, we have to assess different factors. The financial factor, the first factor is financial. If you study that very course of BA, BSc, BCom, even if it's not the best subjects available, you will just get a bachelor's. As such, even if you would have done your bachelor's there, you would have pursued your master's. So, number one, money, you can save it. Number two, I might not get the best of colleges, and I would have to get a master's degree. Master's degree do have a test. So MB has its own entrance test. Big colleges which offer better courses, they have their own entrances in master's level, be it MSc, MA or anything. So why should I not stay in my city and pursue my bachelor's from a small college while devoting a lot of time to prepare for masters? That's point number 2. Point number 3 is, people like me, when I was in college, I don't want to state my example, but yeah, I knew that the syllabus is simple, I can do much of it easily, and so I read a lot of books of the college, of the curriculum, beyond the curriculum, even beyond the degree of the program that I was studying. And I studied almost 10 books in my first year of college, and in the second and third year I could read even more. So I read around 30-40 books which are not related to the career that I am pursuing, or maybe truly are because they were spiritual in nature. Some were based in finance, some were based on ecology, environment, because those were my concerns and inspirations in those days. If you pursue your bachelor's from your own city, in your own environment, you don't have to take care of the household activities which you would have to there. But even they would say that this is a learning process to be alone. So some things get neutralized. Outside you will get to do these activities on your own. At your home you won't have to do them. So a positive there to learn, a positive here save time. What kind of a person are you? Externally motivated? Do you need exposure? Can you create exposure in your own city? If you can create exposure in your own city by taking up an internship, every book is exposure. This book, it's lying right here. It's a 200-page book, and every page is filled with wisdom of the writer that wrote this book. You want exposure? Oh, books don't provide exposure. Courses do. They are taught out of books only. So if you are a person who can read, who is disciplined, who won't waste their time, staying in your own small city and studying books, taking up courses, watching playlists, meeting people in your own city who you feel are in that career profile in which you wish to make your career, doing internships with people, enjoying college life a bit. Enjoying meaning not going or just taking some extracurricular activities. My whole point is that it's all people moving out for the sake of moving out, and then after 3 years they understand that maybe if I would have stayed in my own city, I could have prepared for my master's well. Maybe I could have done 2 internships when I would not have to take care of my own PG. So PG, not the post-graduation PG, but the PG where they stay together. So there are pros and cons to everything, but I talk to the people who are like me, who are introverted at the same time highly motivated, who are inspired not with external motivation but the inherent motivation that they know what the end is. Don't leave college. You don't need to leave your city. You can do it in a small place. One of my friends, he did his BA in psychology from IGNOU. He did his MA in psychology from IGNOU. But after 5 years of being in his own house, reading a number of books in psychology, he then pursued his MPhil from a really good college. And that is where actually there is exposure to patients and supervision. So if you're considering to do your MBA, why can't you do your BBA from a small college in your own city while going there a bit and not going there a bit? Why can't you do your BA from here itself and then pursue MA afterwards? If you're considering to do anything, think about these aspects. That aspect is the excessive amount of money that you'll spend, the new challenges that you'll face there, but they are a learning process. But here those challenges are not that. Here there is time based on the person that you are. If you are intrinsically a person who would not waste your time, who is not a person who would be just going around with friends partying and playing, you don't need to leave your city. Stay here 3 years. It's a lot of time. Read books. You can finish a book in 30 days and you can have the experience of an author who wrote it after 60 years of experience. And I don't even say read many books. I say read a book, read it twice, read self-help books, dwell deep into the Gita, spiritual aspects of life, have activities of health, because you were only told that 11th and 12th, you just score the best marks in 10th, you just score the best marks in 12th, and life is going to be set. Life is not going to be set. Even after pursuing MBA from the best college, after becoming a CA, you will still have to pursue the next challenge of a job. Then the next supervisor would not be good. When will you receive time to be just empty? To just go out in a garden, look at the sky and see how beautiful this world is. And then also be empty, doing nothing, just sitting on a chair alone, watching the wall, watching the roof. What am I here for? How can I best spend my life? How can I best spend my time? If I believe in God, what is it that I can do for the society, for my country, for my people? That would be the best utilization of my time, energy, resources, and wisdom and knowledge gained. How can my past suffering of having gone through what I went through in class 9th, 8th, with my parents, with my friends, in a relationship, how can I utilize that to serve others? You have something within you which is unique. When will you get the time to actually open it? When will you actually get the time, look inside and see, oh, this is unique. How can I make this gift? How can I provide it to the world? How can I make a career out of it? And if not a career, how can I just have it as a hobby on the side? And then I can pursue my careers and masters. So a demotivational video to motivate you to stay in your city so that you can enjoy and explore and have exposure, not of the environment but of books. My sincere prayers and best wishes.